give answer what Krishna wants to tell this compassion, how he is defeating. That's almost from 2.11th chapter
Actually,
onwards.
that starts from verse 2.11 to 2.30. Actually, he defeats comparison by explaining what soul is and what is the presence of soul and what actually he wants to do. And out of several verses, actually, Krishna said in many ways, like soul is like in the previous class you can say, as soul is eternal, and he is just killing the body, and the soul and body are different, and the soul is unbreakable. Soul is living entity. Means thus it cannot be beaten or it cannot be killed by any of the gross bodies. It is not a gross body basically. And I also he says soul is invisible, and soul is inconceivable, and soul is immutable. So here he actually says like we are body is different and soul is different. Just focus on the body and you are killing. However, they're perishable. Every jiva is perishable, whereas soul is eternal. So he wants to it as a part of dharma. It is his responsibility to focus on the word.
Okay. So Krishna told that from 11th verse, second chapter 11th verse to 25th verse, he was explaining that how you are not going to kill them because the soul is not going to die. So he gave various answers. So Ayush Prabhu, I can share the recordings with you.
Sure, Prabhu.
Whenever you get time, you can hear that. Means Krishna gave various answers that how we are not this body, we are soul. And he explained also how one cannot kill the soul. There is no weapon only. There is Nainam Chindanti Sastran. You might have heard that verse. That there is no weapon to kill the soul. So that one reason he gives. And then the body keeps changes. The body is temporary. Anyhow, the body is going to die. So here Arjuna is compassionate towards the body only because they are my relatives. Because of this bodily relation it is. They are my grandfather, they are my spiritual master, my cousins. This just depends on body. So Krishna wants to tell that we are not this body. So until 25th verse, Krishna has given this about soul. In the beginning, he tells that we are not this body. Then he tells that how we are soul, and then he explains that that how soul cannot be killed. What is the characteristics of soul? So Krishna explained until 25th. 26th verse onwards, Krishna gave another variety of means another way of answer that if at all you think that we are this body and there is no soul, still you don't need to lament because anyhow the body is going to die and the body is made up of chemicals because it is made up of Panch Mahabhut. So this nobody is going to lament if in a laboratory if you throw some chemicals, nobody is going to cry that chemical has been lost. So like this body also made up of these chemicals only. So nobody is going to lament for that. And if at all you think, another answer also Krishna gives in the 26th verse, that when the body dies, that time soul also will die. If at all you think, then also you don't need to worry because if the soul has died means then there is no reincarnation. If there is no reincarnation means there is no need to fear about karmic reaction because the reaction will come in next to body also or it may come in the same body also. That is there. But he is trying to say that you are no need to afraid of that karmic reaction. So Krishna gave such a wonderful variety of answers. In the further verse, we will discuss that what all Krishna exactly he told. I will just give a glimpse about that. So today we will discuss from 27th chapter onwards. Just let me save the screen. The screen visible?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. So I will recite. You can follow me. जातस्य हि ध्रुवमृत्युर् Dhruvam Janma Mritasya Cha. If at all you are repeating, please make yourself unmute. Tasmat apariharya arthe
तस्मादपरिहार्यर्थे
natvam sositam arhasi. So
अत्वं
translation.
शोचितुमर्हसि.
Translation is given by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. So translation: one who has taken his birth is sure to die, and after that one is sure to take birth again. Therefore, in the unavoidable discharge of your duty, you should not lament. So here Krishna is telling that birth and death, it is due to karma only. Jatasya hi dhruva mrityu. Here Krishna tells in this first sloka, in this first line, which means if no one who takes birth, he has to die. Mrityu is there, death is there. So then what is the next line? He is saying dhruvam janma mritasya cha. One who dies, he has to take birth again. So this birth and death, again birth and death, it is happening due to karma, because once karma only one takes birth and then he dies. Again he enters into next body, because we have accumulated so much karma. For particular karma, in order to, in the karma in the sense means desire also, karma also, both will come. So the karma means there are two types. That is only pious and impious. Punya pap we say. If you do punya karya, you will get body according to that. If you did pap, you get body according to that. That's why by birth somebody is having some health issues like kidney failure or polio. So their hand is not functioning, legs are some kind of problem will be there. So by birth, if you see, they did not yet taken birth. They just took birth. The child has taken birth just now. So what karma the child might have done? But because in his previous birth, whatever karma the child did, so for that the reaction is coming now. So one should stop this repetition of birth and death. That can be done only in this human body only. And this is the real problem of life. Like we have that excuse style that what is the real problem of life? Birth, old age, disease, death. Along with that, there are some other answer also. Traffic problem and unemployment, relationship issue like that. People prefer that. They don't think about birth, old age, disease, death. Because some think that this birth, old age, disease, death, these are all just in this one life only. Once you die, everything is gone. So this statement is defeated in this verse, because Jatasihi Dhruva Mrityu means one who takes birth, he has to die. So no one can save us also. Even best of the doctor, best of the medicine, best of the hospital also cannot save one from this death. Because the death, that control we don't have. One may die at any time. So these people think that we don't just khao piyo maja karo. We don't need to worry about what is going to happen. Who has seen the next life? Just enjoy. Now whatever time we have to enjoy. So people think that. So, but in the next line only Krishna is telling that Durva Mrityu means Jadasya Durva Mrityu Janmasya. Again the Janma is there. Durvam Janma Mritasya. That birth, again one has to take birth. It is not that. So in that birth what will happen? Our previous karma and our current karma both will give the reaction. So this both the things are defeated here. People may think that there is one thing is doctor cannot save. One has to die only. So that makes the first statement. Second statement is this atheist people will say that there is only one lifetime only. Just enjoy. Why you are so much wasting your life? Don't waste your time in this. Some people say, why are you going to temple, this spiritual thing? All just enjoy. Do whatever you like. Just do it. You can see in the t-shirt also they wear. Just do it. That is also defeated here, because one has to die and then again one has to take birth also. So this both the statement has been given here. So one has to stop this cycle that like birth, old age, disease, death, birth, old age, disease, death. So this cycle one has to stop. In this world, you see everything. This cycle is there. Clock, you see, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, then 10, 11, then again 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. The days goes on, and day also the days also you see morning, afternoon, evening, night. Again morning, afternoon, evening, night. So this cycle is there. Even water also you see, the water comes from rain and it creates river, and from river it goes to ocean, and then from that ocean again the water will be evaporated by sun, and then again that evaporated water creates cloud, and the cloud will be pushed by wind, again the rain will come, again the water is created. It's a cycle. So can anyone of you tell that how why this cycle is happening? We already discussed. Would you like to try, Abhishek Bro? On what basis and
Yes,
why this? Yeah,
as once we discussed regarding how humans are being here, like God, when He wants to, when the human says like, I want this enjoyment and that enjoyment, God obviously makes humans to go to Earth, and in that sense, actually, He's showing the material enjoyments basically, and so when we do not realize what actually the things we want, so I'm audible, Prabhu.
yeah. Now you are audible.
Yeah. We get rebirths again and again until we are not going to Godhead. So our karma decides what life we are gaining from like last moment of life, what we want to in next life, or like what we are not, what we are desired for.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, what you said is fine. That question I think I did not ask properly. Why the cycle or changes are happening? On what basis? That was my question. So actually, we have seen that in the beginning, Bhagavad Gita teaches the five lessons, five factors of Bhagavad Gita we have seen. Atma, Paramatma, Prakriti, Karma, and Kala. These are the five factors Bhagavad Gita is explaining. So, in this time factor, Kala means time, Atma means soul, Paramatma means super soul, and Karma means action, Prakriti means nature, and Kala means time. So, this time factor is there, the influence of time factor here. So, the body changes, the body dies because of the time factor only. Like generally, we may say, na, like in CD or DVD, you can see if you pause, then there will not be any action or nothing will happen. So if you unpause, then things will move. So like this, the time factor is there. Here things are all changing. The cycle is happening. So one has to come out of this. This material world is influenced by this time factor. There is one sloka in Srimad Bhagavatam, which says that Ayur Harati Vaipumsam Udyanastam Chayan Aso Tasyarthe Yat Kshano Nitya Uttama Shloka Vartaya. Just let me find out that verse. So this sloka says that basically how that sun, early morning the sun rises and then evening the sun gets sets. Then one day is gone. The sun will take away our time because of this means our life. One day of our life is gone. 1 minute. I will. Ayurs Harati. I got it. Yeah. You can see the transition. Both by rising and by setting, the sun decreases the duration of life of everyone. except one who utilizes the time by discussing topics of the all good personality of Godhead. So a person who unnecessarily wastes his time without using this human body for purpose of serving this, the human body is given to know about God and serve God. But people they try to enjoy more in this human body and they exploit all this material wealth. Even people they control the animals also. Even elephants are controlled. Even the elephant is more stronger, but elephant doesn't have that intelligence to understand that this fellow is controlling me and this fellow is and the elephant think this fellow is giving me something to eat so I can be happy. Even donkey you can see. Prabhupada gives often very often this example. The washerman makes the donkey works very hard. He puts so much luggage behind the donkey, so much dirty clothes, and the donkey also carries. And then finally, that fellow feeds some grasses. Anyhow, the grass can be eaten by the donkey because the grasses is very easily available everywhere. The donkey doesn't think that anyhow I am going to get grass. Why I have to serve this fellow? So like this, we are also working uselessly in this material world for this, and we are also trying to enjoy. But finally, we are not going to get the enjoyment also, and we will get frustration only. And one who use his time by understanding the purpose of this human body and then using for that purpose, then one can come out of this duration of life. Like what exactly here mentioned, one utilizes the time by discussing topic of all good personality of Godhead. So if they use us, then they will not come. Their duration of life is not decreased because after this body they are going back to Godhead only. Vaikuntha, Goloka they will go. So this is what this. So here the purpose I wanted to tell is the time, how the time is consuming our life. Just spread it out. Huh? Generally, people waste their time in idle talk and then like going to movies, going to park, bar, like this many things they do and then they waste their time in this way only. So for them, this ayur is harati vai pumsam, that time is removed. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
So one more thing, 1 minute. So here Prabhupada tells that unnecessary violence is not encouraged, but killing animals are okay. Sometimes it is required to maintain peace in country, like Kurukshetra war is required, and it happened by the will of the Lord. So one should not try to take advantage of killing that. Anyhow, this body is going to die. So why I should not kill animals and eat? So people that should not happen. That's why that unnecessary violence is not encouraged. But whenever it is required, that has to be done under the guidance of Lord. So here Krishna wants to tell Arjuna, you don't need to fear of killing your relatives, because it is your duty as well. Because you are doing under my instruction, you are not going to get any sin. So he is not going to break the law because he is just carrying out the will of the Lord. In previous class, I told one example for this. Like here, Krishna is telling Arjuna to fight, but Arjuna is not fighting. He is telling because I will get sin. So many examples he gave. It is like you are in bike, you are going, so suddenly the red signal will come. So if red signal is there, we should not go. But police is telling, okay, you can go. So whether we can go or not. The traffic police is standing, he is telling, you can go.
We should go.
We should go.
Yes.
Yes, we have to go because the police himself is going to catch and put you fine if you break. But he himself is telling you can go. Same thing with Arjuna. Arjuna is telling I cannot fight. Why? Because red light is there. Krishna is telling as a police who is the in charge of this decision maker. He himself is telling you fight. But Arjuna telling red light is there. I cannot go. I cannot fight. Same thing has happened with here. Because he is the one who gave this Shastra. He is the one, if required, he can remove sin also. He is telling in 18th chapter that Sarva dharman paritesya. I will remove all your sin. Mam ekam saranam braja. Aham tvam sarva papev. Sarva pap. All sin. Pap means sin, right? All sin I will remove, Krishna says. One who follows me or surrender unto me. So that's why it is wrong for Arjuna to think that he can stop death by not fighting. He is thinking that if I don't fight, they will not die. Anyhow, one is going to die. That's why that sloka is saying Jatasya hi. This sloka in the beginning is Jatasya Dhruvam. When one who takes birth, he has to die. One who dies, he has to take birth again. So we will see next sloka. Do you have in your mobile?
Yes, Babaji.
Second chapter, 28th verse you can take. Is it clear, Abhishek bro? And Ayush
Yes,
bro?
Prabhu.
Okay. We'll go to next verse.
28, no?
No, second chapter 28. Avyaktadini. Got it?
Yes, Babaji.
Avyaktadini bhutani
Avyaktadani bhutani
आदिनि भूतानि
Vakchamadhyani bharata
Vyaktamadhyani
भारत
Bharata
Avyaktanidanani eva
अव्यक्तनिधनानि
Avyaktanidhanani
एव
eva
Tatra ka paridevana.
तत्र
Tatra ka
परिते
paridevana.
Translation. All created beings are unmanifest in their beginning, manifest in their interim state, and unmanifest again when annihilated. So, what need is there for lamentation? Might be little confused to know what exactly unfind. Huh?
I should have brought the book, Bhagavad Gita.
You have
Yeah, I have left it.
problem. So here, Krishna wants to tell to Arjuna that don't lament. Even there is soul also, if you think, and if you think there is no soul also, you don't need to lament. So the answer here, Krishna gives that. Here he gave in the translation, you can see, all created beings are unmanifest in their beginning. In the beginning means before birth. Before birth, we don't know this body was not there. And after that also, this body will be destroyed. Only the middle, the body is there. That's why the interim state, manifest in their interim state. So what is the need for lamentation? So what exactly Krishna says, we will see. So Krishna is telling that we are not this body, we are soul. The body dies, the soul ever exists. That he has already told in many verses we have seen. If you think there is no soul, then body is made up of chemicals. In the sense, I'm just trying to tell that what Krishna already told about this whole 11th chapter, 11th verses to 25th verse. He told in the beginning, we are not this body, we are soul. The body dies, the soul ever exists. And he made points like, if you think there is no soul, then body is made up of chemicals. So there is no problem of this giving all the arguments to fight to Arjuna, because Arjuna is telling I cannot fight. Because of this made up, he is affected with this bodily relationship.
Material.
My uncle, my grandfather, my cousins are there, I cannot. So he is telling this body is made up of chemical only. So nobody is going to cry for wastage of chemicals. If somebody throws chemical also. If you think soul is there, but it will die when the body will die, then also you don't need to worry, because there is no sin. Because soul is only going to take reincarnation. Now in this verse, Lord says, whether you accept soul is there or not, no need to lament. Why? If you don't accept soul is there, then the body is going to be manifested only in the middle. As I told you, that body is, now we have this body, but before our birth, this body was not there. After the death, this body again going to be buried or burned. Anyhow, this body will be destroyed. See, now this body is not rotting. Why? Presence of soul is there. Sometimes you can see some people gets leprosy. Their part will be, some part of their body, or especially leg, we can see it gets rot, because that soul, that consciousness is not there. The spirit, the soul means it has been removed by Lord, so it gets rot. We can see now, as soon as the body dies, within 1 or 2 days, the bad smell start comes, warm start comes. The soul is there. The soul makes the body alive. So here Krishna is telling, The body is only in this interim state only it is there. Before also not there. It was after that also it will not be there. Because what he wants to say, it is going to die anyhow. Means it is not permanent the body. So you please fight. And again next argument he is giving, if you accept soul is there, then soul is eternal. Body is not eternal. So body is again anyhow going to die, and soul is not going to die. We are soul. We are not going to die. So fight. So Krishna blocked him and gave him so many answers that how we are not this body, just to make Arjuna understand. Actually, he is giving us this knowledge. Krishna is, because Arjuna is already devotee. He knows everything. Through Arjuna, he is teaching us. So he is telling, if you accept soul, then soul is eternal, body is perishable. So body is going to be destroyed. So it is like changing dress. There is one sloka we saw that Vasam Chijirnani Yata Vihaya, second chapter, 14th verse. So in that, like the body keeps changes. We saw that before verse it says it will be take child form first, then it will become boy, then it will become man, then it will become old body, then it will die. So the body keeps changes. It is the so same thing like at that after that the soul takes new body, because the body cannot change anymore the old body. So it stops. Like if we our dress is torn out or became very old, dirty, we throw the dress and we wear new dress. So same way soul also will accept new dress. Or it is something like Prabhupada give another example is dream. Everyone will dream, right? Because everyone sleeps. So dream you will get. But sometimes you can feel in dream some tiger is chasing you.
Yeah.
And then sometimes, yes, really. So sometimes you might have felt that you have given so much respect. You might be like king. They will be carrying you in palanquin. So much respect. But it is dream only. But you feel that time either happy or some misery. Whenever some tiger is chasing you, you find that some difficulty, some suffering is there. Either happiness or suffering is there. Or sometimes you may feel that kings are, these people are carrying you like king and they are respecting so much. You feel happy. So same way like this body also now undergoing happiness and suffering. But as soon as you get up from dream, the tiger is going to pounce on you. Immediately you get up, now, some sound you give and get up, wake up. Then you feel, oh, it is dream. Take some water and again you sleep. So same way this body, that is true or not? It is true also and it is false also. It is false also. True in the sense when you are in that dream, you consider it is true. That's why you shouted. Some people sweat also.
Yes.
As if it is really some person is going to kill you. We are running, we sweat also. Even though we are not running, body is lying there only. And we are, huh?
Yeah, yes, totally. I actually want to share one incident. It has happened many times with me that I have decided that when means it was a phase in my life that I was continuously seeing dreams daily. So what I thought that if I will see some dreams tomorrow, means next day, I will pinch myself so that I wake up, or I will say someone to pinch me so that I can wake up and I can realize that is it true or false, means is it happening really or it's in dream. And what happened in dream itself, I pinched myself and nothing happened. So I thought it's real.
Sometimes sometimes it happens because this is subtle body. How we can understand that we have subtle body through dream we can understand.
Okay.
As gross body is lying here, subtle body is made up of mind, intelligent, ego. It is subtle, but it will be active always. Mind is always active. So that is subtle body only. But subtle body cannot do anything, cannot beat it. Only gross body can beat. That's why we are unable to beat. Sometimes we try also, we cannot. We get beaten only. So that's why some people ask the question, you are telling we are not body, we are soul. Then why we are suffering? Soul, in one sense you see soul is Satchidananda. Ananda means always blissful. So why we are suffering? Because the same example is given. In this body, we are identifying with this body, that's why we are suffering. Like we are identifying with the dream, that lion is chasing me. That is not true. But we are identifying, yes, lion is chasing me. That's why we are suffering. Same way we are identifying with this body. I am this body. I am so and so. Like Arjuna is thinking, I am Arjuna, and they are my cousins. My Bhishma is my grandfather, so I cannot fight. But when one gets knowledge that I am not this body, When he realizes that I am different from this body which is called soul, and the soul is eternal. This is what Krishna is giving to Arjuna now. So we are not this body, we are soul, you please fight. That
Because
was,
people can see the phase after that. People are
yeah,
not
that is the
ready to
problem.
believe.
Doctors, the scientists, they don't believe soul because they cannot see.
See.
They think that by seeing I can understand everything. Still, you cannot understand. You can see some sun. It looks like small disk only, small plate, but it is bigger than this universe. Sorry, this planet. Sun is a bigger, but we cannot. Our eyes are defective. There are four defects. We discussed in very previous class, the beginning that in device we conduct one class. There it is given four defect human has. In that one defect is we have uh, there's defective senses, like various things we can see. We cannot see. We can see only this much distance only. We cannot see behind that. But eagle can see. In the sense, 1 kilometer also eagle can see. We have limitation also.
Yes.
So sometimes you take amla fruit and drink water. It will be very sweet.
Yeah, it's happened. It happened.
But the water is everywhere it happens.
Yeah.
But water is not sweet because the defective is there. You see the railway track. It looks like now it will be two track, but in the if you see in the long distance, it is like coming together. But that is also not. So people think my eye is very. I can believe only if I see. People comes and challenge. Show me God, if there is God. So God is not some ordinary person. As soon as you say He comes and stand in front of you, Krishna with chakra. See, even somebody challenges. I don't believe there is Narendra Modi. Can you bring and show? I will show you. Narendra Modi is one fellow is not believing that. Hey, who is that? Ordinary person we cannot see. God, how you can see? But you can understand how these things are all going. That prove. So that knowledge only.
That is the questionable thing. Like scientists find many things like this is happening outside the solar system, but we believe them. People believe them because they are finding, but still we haven't.
They have faith on them.
Huh?
They have faith on them, but
Yes, yes.
that is what this last sloka we discussed. That everyone has to die. They cannot protect. Even the small corona came, what should they could able to do? You saw they are like astronaut, wearing covering everything,
Yes.
and then these doctors are like astronaut. They are moving, still they are affected. So that's what we are not the controller, and even we cannot see that corona, but everyone has to believe corona is there. How we can understand that corona is there? Even we cannot see because we are finding difficulty. That is, we can see that God is existing by seeing all this, like how the sun is rising, sun is setting, how rain is coming, how this wind is blowing. For one day oxygen, we have to pay lakhs of crores of rupees. People are ready to pay crores because that beds were not available. Just one day oxygen, but now we are getting oxygen freely.
No one cares. No.
So we have to do something for God also, right? We are getting everything from God also. Some tax we have to give. God is not expecting that also. So many atheists are there. They are not believing on God. We take water from God, sunlight is required for this body, food, oxygen, everything God is giving. So, okay. We saw that example, like how dream and so Lord wants to tell that don't become attached to this body. Because this body is going to manifest only in the middle and we will become more attached to this body. Like in general, people have attachment to parents, but that more attachment, that so much attachment is there with the woman, lover. As soon as the guy got married to someone, this fellow hangs, he dies also. Cannot imagine only without her how I can survive. Because it is only for that body only. Have you ever seen somebody get failed in exam? That much they don't die. Okay, some people are there that also I have seen. They also die for that. But this woman is so much attached. We have seen in history also in Srimad Bhagavad. Even Shastra explains that how people are so much behind. Because that is very much illusory. People think something is there. So if I get her, then I can be very happy things. But that's why before marriage they are so much attached, so much close. This fellow takes her everywhere. So whatever happiness according to his capacity he can give, he gives. Take gold necklace, diamond, everything he gives. But after marriage, 1 year, 2 year, dies. Because the soul always expects ananda. That is Sachidananda. One character, one future of soul. Means it always expect that means soul is always happy, but the same happiness, because he considered that I am this body, he tried to get that happiness in this body, but it doesn't get, because we are not the body, we are soul. So we have to give to soul. Then really we'll be happy. I know that one of my manager was there. He works from German only always. Only sometimes he comes. He's from Pune only. Only yearly once or twice he will come. And he has big house here. Two houses he has. One in Hyderabad he has, and in German also he has big house. So much he earns, but his wife ran everything. See, he got divorced.
Okay.
So he is so much frustrated more. He thought that if I earn more, I can be happy. He earns more and always fight with it, drinks so much. So by enjoyment they can be out. But at the end, what happened? He is always frustrated. He started chastising all the employees. Finally, company has to remove him. He gone mad. People earn so much money, they think I can be happy by money. No. This 3W is there, na? www.dangerous.com. Woman, wine, wealth. This www. This woman or wine, wealth. People are general behind this thing. So much wealth, money.
Okay.
One is woman behind, they go and they lose everything. Or wine, drinks and they die. Or wealth. So this three thing they try that this will give me enjoyment. It doesn't give. So there is connection to this. There is two pastimes there from Shastra. There is one Chitraketu is there. You might have had maybe some Bhagavad Sabda, if something you had there, it comes. Chitraketu was a king and he doesn't have son. He married millions of wives that he may get son from this wife, this wife, this wife. He doesn't get only. Those days it is allowed for king and they had that capacity to marry. Krishna had 16,108 wives. You can see now, kings had so much wives. Any king history you can take. They had that capacity and they can maintain also. So like this, he married many women, more than Krishna also. Krishna is 16,000 only. He married more than Krishna also. And he, according to his karma, he should not get child. But he tried, he did not get, and then he lamented so much. Then by the mercy of Narada Muni and Angira Muni, they both come and they will tell him a way how he can get child. So he got child, but other wives killed the child because that he got child to that first wife. So he was so much carrying the first wife because the child is going to come. Actually, generally kings they should have some dynasty, next dynasty.
Yes.
Then only they will take care of that kingdom. So that's why they were so much worried. So he was going to get the child, and he got the child also. But other queens thought this king is not carrying us. So because of the child, and the child born to that wife, so they killed the child. So he was so much lamenting. And then again Narada Muni came and again told why you are lamenting, that like child is dead. Then by his power, he made the child, he brought back to life. The child woke up, they were very happy. And the child asked first question, means the father told, I am your father. So we were so much worrying that you lost us. He said, which father you are, he asked. Which mother? Because everybody we get father, mother, wife, sons, everybody. Because birth is there means it comes from mother only, right? There is some mother, father. So and we are taking birth again and again. So many father, mother is there. So this relationship here in this material world will be until birth to that interim state. That's why that unmanifested state. There we don't have that same mother, father. We keep get mother, father also. That's why some child get good mother, father. Some child get that father, mother will trouble the child so much. Father drinks and he beats mother, he beats child also. That is also karma is there. So that's what the relationship is very, very temporary. So Krishna wants to tell. You are just telling you cannot fight for this temporary relationship. Again the conclusion, Krishna is telling, whatever you think, whether your body or soul, anything it may be, fight. Next verse we will see. I want to complete this series this time. Abhishek Prabhu and Ayush Prabhu, can I take some 10-15 minutes extra? Do you have any word?
No, Guruji, you can.
It is fine, na? Because we started little late. So I will complete this 2 verse, then the series will be over.
Yes, Prabhu.
So verse number 29 we'll discuss. Ascharyavat pasyati kaschidena.
Acharyavat pashyati kaschid enam.
Ascharyavat vadati tataiva chanyaha.
Acharyavat vadati tathaiva chanyah.
Ascharyavat chainam anya shrunoti.
Acharyavat chainam anya shrunoti.
Srutvapi enam veda cha vedana chaiva kaschit.
Shrutvapi enam vedana kaiva kaschit.
The translation will see. Some look on the soul as amazing. Some describe him as amazing. And some hear of him as amazing. While others, even after hearing about him, cannot understand him at all. So this verse, we can say it is amazing verse. So much amazing it is given. So here Lord is not going to speak about soul. Now, so far we seen that Lord was somehow speaking about body or soul. But here Lord is not about directly speaking about soul. How people are perceiving the soul, that he is telling. How one person see the soul. And the same verse explained in Upanishad also. Same that you can see below Prabhupada. That this is Katha Upanishad from that. Shravanayapi bahubir labdyaha Srinvanto api bahoyam navidyuha Ascharya bhakta kusalo asya labda Ascharyo jnata kusalanutistaha. So the fact that the atomic soul is within the body of a gigantic animal, in the body of a gigantic banyan tree, and also in the microbic germs, millions and billions of which occupy only an inch of space, is certainly very amazing. Do you understand why it is told it is very amazing? This gigantic body, even elephant is so big, gigantic. You can see elephant and whale in ocean. You can see that is also very big, bigger than elephant also that is. So how it is functioning because of the small soul. In previous classes, 2 classes back, we saw that what is the size of the soul. You take a hair and cut the tip of the hair. That you made it into 100 pieces. So in that one piece you take and again you make 100 pieces. Actually, we don't have any instrument to do that. So that size is soul. Such a spark, small spark, but it can able to make the body function. Elephant body, elephant can walk, whale can swim, and you can see the gigantic banyan tree. You have seen this banyan tree?
Yes.
In my home. It is some 15 houses away that tree is there. But the tree root is there in my home well. When we were digging the well, that root was there.
Yes,
so
yes.
that fellow who was digging, he told, are there any tree, that banyan tree? Yes. It is there that far away. Yeah, that root is there. Whether we should cut or not. Then we just removed, and from side we removed the sand. Where the water will not come. No? So that such a big tree it is. The root is going, means whole street, we can see that root is there. And that root also serving because of the small spark, the soul. And you can see germs, micro, virus, bacteria, corona. You cannot see only. This is also living because of the small soul. Then within them also soul is there. So that's why when someone sees the soul as amazing. Come, it is small, such a minute spark. It can make, even you can see this body also become light because of soul. People in south they say you are heavy like dead body. Dead body aisa hai itna hai. As soon as the body dies, it is very heavy. It will become. For people, that's why they carry. General, easily one can lift because the soul make the body light also. As soon as people die, it become very heavy. So this is why one ascharya. Ascharya means amazing thing, wonderful, wonder. So here 3 senses are used. How one perceive the soul through eyes, which is pasyati, and tongue, which is vadati, then ear is shrunoti. In the sense means one can see the soul through eyes. See the soul in the sense means this is what we explained, that body he can see. Such a big body was carried by the small soul. Because of the presence of the small soul, the body is active. So like this they are seeing, not directly seeing the soul. Indirectly that one. And one can speak about the soul, describe about the soul through tongue. And one can hear about the soul like you are hearing now. And I am speaking now. This three way one can do. Other ways means the five senses are there, right? Another one is skin and nose. We cannot touch the soul, of course, skin. And then through nose also we cannot understand. Like some smell is coming, biryani they are making, or vadappa they are making. Like that we cannot understand soul. That fellow died, soul has come out. We cannot understand. But some people, they misunderstand also soul. They think soul is so much amazing, but they misunderstand also. That's what this sloka is telling. By seeing the soul is the body of gems also, gigantic animal also, big banyan tree also. Some people will see like that. Some people, those who are so much enjoyment they do, for oneself, for their senses, they cannot understand spiritual also, they cannot understand God also. Because of they are so much looped into this enjoyment and the happiness, they just go behind the sense gratification we say, sense enjoyment. So much senses.
Can I close it?
Yeah, please close. You can just tell them the child to not to. Class is going, you can tell them. They will not listen. So because of their so much enjoyment, they don't do any austere, like come to temple like you are coming and is giving time to hear about Lord. So because of that, they cannot understand soul. That is one thing. Some people accept also soul, but they think that soul and the super God, we are also Atma, God is Paramatma, we said. We both are same only. They are Mayavadis. There is a big topic which we discussed. Some people think, I am God. So like this. So still if they understand soul, I am soul, but they don't know exactly what is the position of soul, position of we and position of Lord also. So how then we can understand the soul then? Anyhow we can, some people they see the soul as amazing, still they cannot understand. Some people they cannot understand only because of the so much enjoyment. Some people they understand, still they understand mistakenly that soul and super soul, we are same like that. So then how to understand, the question will come. So one can understand, Prabhupada says, by reading Bhagavad Gita. 1 minute. Huh?
Yes.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. Prabhu, I am in class, I will just call you in 5 minutes, Prabhu. Prabhu, I am in class, I will call you in 5-10 minutes, Prabhu. Yeah. So then how to understand soul? By reading scripture, like Bhagavad Gita is there. Even if you read also, some people will understand theoretically, but practically how to apply? That comes second point. So in order to apply practically, one should only by devotees association only it happens. So association is very important. If we are not associating with devotees, in the sense with this Krishna consciousness, we are associating with outside things. So outside thing will take us away from Lord only. So the more we come, like you come early Sunday, every Sunday you come for morning program and you attend. So it's great. At least whole day you will be like Krishna conscious, and then that mind will be a little. At least that one day you will be very happy.
Yes.
So if the more we come to Krishna only, then only it will help us. Coming to temple, taking darshan. The most thing, even if you come, some people comes to temple, what they do, take selfie, take photo of Lord, and then they will go back. They think this is bhakti.
Yes.
But actually this is not bhakti. Coming to temple, why Prabhupada has created this temple, then only people will come and then they will see Lord, they may ask question, and we can also give them the chance to become devotee of Lord. So the main thing is they have to take association of beauty. Without that association, it is really impossible for one to follow the bhakti. Like as soon as you come here, then I will tell you find little inspiration. And okay, I can do some chanting, little bit you feel. If you don't come, then we will be pulled by Maya.
Yes.
Let us do enjoyment only, movie pe jayenge. That's why even when I was working like you, studying, that time it was also for me difficult. Here's environment is totally different. As soon as I go outside, that is different. So I then decided what is required for me. Is it truth? No. Like I had so much very thick friends, but nobody is now in connection within amongst them also. If I were there, and they themselves are now after marriage, they all gone now. It's really, everything is temporary, na? Now they became so much busy with their family. Of course, very yearly once, twice, Diwali, some festival comes, they come together. That's it. You can drink that also, drink and go. That's it. Not something very big.
To be honestly speaking, means when I came or anyone comes in this con, it's totally different experience than any other temple. Any other means most of the
Yeah.
temples in India are living ISKCON means most of them are just uh, like worshipping, praying like this and taking
Puja karo,
photos,
chale
puja,
jao.
and giving means fruits or it's like a business. Fruits
Yeah.
of flowers selling outside. like
Temple is
that.
like business only, they say, correct you told. But Prabhupada created such an environment.
Yes.
Temple is there. Why this much big temple? We don't need this much big temple also. But Prabhupada told, that's why you will come. Oh, itna bada temple hai, chalo jayenge. People come. We made this much environment wise, so much garden, children can play. This all we kept. Then only people will come. Otherwise they won't
Just
come.
attract. Otherwise people won't come.
Externally we are attracting and pulling them inside.
Right.
So many people we made devotees like this. They come here temple, then they will give this exam or they will meet some devotees. We have so many stars, you saw. It's all because for this reason only. Somehow we have to give them an opportunity. Only who are intelligent they will accept. Who are, as I told you, so much engrossed in sense enjoyment. For them, not required. Whatever is there, I am happy. They think that, but they are really suffering actually. So that is bhakti means the real thing is one has to take the association with the association only one can progress. This is what that last line Prabhupada says that you can see the last line. It also requires a great deal of finance. Okay, before that. The easiest process for understanding the subject matter of self, however, is to accept the statement of Bhagavad Gita. So one has to accept Bhagavad Gita, which was given by Krishna. But still it is theory only. That's what Krishna is. So there here again he is telling, but it also requires a great deal of finance and sacrifice. The finance and sacrifice is the four regulative principles we follow that we don't eat meat, one should not drink, one should not have illicit relationship with women, one should not gamble. This thing one is one has to follow. Then again still it is not possible. Sacrifice either in this life or in the in order to come to bhakti also one should have done sufficient sukruti we say. In the sense he should have done something sufficient Sukruti means you already performed some activity in bhakti. Like you might have honored some prasadam in your previous birth at least.
Yes.
Or you might have served some brahmanas.
Mm.
Or you might have donated to temple something. These are all Sukruti. Some money you might have. Some way, whatever source you have, you help. Or with your body, you might have constructed temple. You helped some way, something service you did to Lord or his devotees. That's why now you could able to come to this temple and you can able to accept this. Otherwise, people cannot accept. This is also one of the reasons. One is because of sense enjoyment. Another one is you should have done that balance. You should have that karma
Right.
that you perform something well. Then only you can never say people come and they will leave because of it is not there.
Like, like yeah, Prabhuji.
Advaita Gopal Prabhu. Yeah.
Yes, Advaita Gopal Das Prabhuji. He told that you could have been a dog in past and you might have came near temple and you might have got some prasadam.
Yeah, correct.
And that's why it might have attracted you in that fashion.
Correct. That
So that's why you are able to.
that's why thousands of people come to only even I have in our WhatsApp group how many contact is there? Another like so many group I have. One group 100 more than 100 countries. Only 5, 6 will attend. Or 10. Sometimes 10, 12 will come. That's it. Because it is very difficult to come in bhakti also. We should have that. But at least now they are came to temple, they have had something they hearing, something they interacted with you. So because it happens finally by the association of devotees only. That's why here Prabhupada writes. Even you should have that previous karma, and then the final statement Prabhupada makes is before one is able to accept Krishna as the supreme personality of Godhead, that is fine. Krishna can, however, be known as such by the causeless mercy of the devotee and by no other way. Only by the mercy of devotee. Only the association of devotees only one can get Krishna. There is no other way. Like Tukaram Maharaj was there, such a pure devotee. By his association, one who heard about him. So you can see whole Maharashtra, you can see. Because of that one person. Tukaram Maharaj and Eknath, Ram, what is it? Many are there. Because of that one, like one Prabhupada, whole ISKCON movement came. Because this all mercy of beauty only it will happen. That's why Krishna also sends this souls. Okay, we will complete this last verse, means 30th verse. Dehi nityam avodyo ayam
Dehi nityam avadoyam.
Dehe sarvasya bharata
Dehe sarvasya bharata.
Tasmat sarvani bhutani
Tasmat sarvani bhutani.
Natvam sositam arhasi.
Natvam sochitam arhasi.
Let us read translation. O descendant of Bharata, he who dwells in the body can never be slain. Therefore, you need not grieve for any living being. Who dwells in body? Who dwells? Dwells means who lives in body? Who? So never be slain means he will not die. He cannot be dead. He cannot be killed. Slain means cannot be killed. So the soul cannot be slain. So don't grieve for any living being. Any animal it may be. So here that one important point comes that. So here Krishna is telling that soul is not going to die. We are soul. So any living being, even animal also, they're not going to die. So why I should not kill animal and eat? So that point will come here. So here in that one statement Prabhupada makes that very I think we discussed that already. Even the soul is immortal, but still the violence should not be done. Unnecessary violence.
Yes.
It is like unnecessary violence means killing the animal and eating. Anyhow, the body I am killing the body only. That animal is not this body, it is soul only. I am not. No, that is violence. But Shastra is what Shastra says that we have to accept. Shastra tells we are not this body, we are soul. That you are accepting. At the same time, Shastra says you should not eat meat also. That's why you are not accepting.
Right.
So people challenge us. You are telling we are soul, so that we can defeat like this. On top of it, here Arjuna, at the same time, it is we have to fight also. Like Arjuna is now, Krishna is telling that you have to fight also. Violence. This is also violence, right, Krishna? But it is happening under the instructions or guidance by Krishna. That's why it is not war. Means it is not wrong. It is not violence also. So let us little bit discuss what exactly. This is the last verse for that Arjuna's first reason.
Okay.
He gave 5 reasons that why he cannot fight. We saw that in first chapter. So Krishna is giving now answer that first reason he is defeated. That is compassion. So Krishna here he destroyed Arjuna's illusion. How he destroyed? By giving knowledge. What knowledge? You are not this body, you are soul. Everybody is. We are not this body, we are soul. So you can fight. Through knowledge. That's why whenever someone meets Guru, they give this knowledge, this Gyan. Through that Gyan only we can cut this attachment. If you don't have this Gyan right now, you heard that how this relationship will be temporary in this material world, then at least we will think why we are so much behind this money, why behind this wine, all everything is temporary. With this we are going to earn only sin. So that's why if some people have so much money, they then help in doing this type of activities, temple, and people have so much any other thing, they help somehow. Some people, some person donated so much tile here, he has that. One person donated cement, like this many people donate. So somehow they are in this way they are only benefited. Like as I told you, somebody is serving Lord, so they will be benefited. Next birth, if you donate lot, like some people give so much water, right? In the sense, If there is no water, then they will make some kind of arrangement.
Correct.
Even in temple also they keep some hand pump or something. So in this next birth they will get a plenty of water. In the sense they take birth in such a place there is no scarcity of water. So like this karma will work.
Correct.
That's why people like to give donation this that all. But the donation best thing is we have to give ourselves to Lord.
Mm.
Not that one should become brahmachari, but one can marry also. That is, Arjuna is no married person,
Yes.
still is devotee. But how he is performing, his whole meditation is where it is, not for enjoyment, it is for Krishna.
Means for Krishna.
Bhishmadev is brahmachari, Arjuna is grihastha, but he is more giving that. One, how much devotion that even Tukaram Maharaj is devotee, he is a grihastha.
Right.
And then he, in this body only, he went to Vaikuntha. The plane came here. Even now also that there you can see that tree will shaken. I had something like that. That plane from Vaikuntha planet came, and his wife also told. He told also. He asked his wife also, "Can you come?" She told, "I have to take care. भाई को देखना है. कौन देखेगा आपके साथ में आएंगे." And she thought also he is just telling simply, but he went. And that she was thinking that we are also like that only. Hey, who will take care of this that? And we will miss that opportunity of this human body why it is given.
Right.
So if somebody is given proper knowledge, then that leads to proper action. If not, improper knowledge leads to improper action. Like terrorists are there, they do kind of brainwash. So what that fellow will do, he will create bomb and kill people. This is improper knowledge, improper action. Now Arjuna got proper knowledge by Krishna, and his action also we will see in further verses. So the authority is very important from whom we are hearing. If we hear from some person like I am God, he says everything, then finally we can see he will be in some scam, some woman, something he misbehaves in TV, he will become what kind of God he is.
Yes.
Even Krishna, he did dance with so many gopis, but it is appreciated in Srimad Bhagavatam. But this fellow misbehaved to one woman, he will be highlighted. This is a rascal. People put him in jail and beat him also. So Arjuna's desire is he doesn't want to fight because of that ignorance. He doesn't have that knowledge, and he doesn't want to perform his duty because of that wrong compassion that I don't want to fight. So just Krishna clarified everything. So again, everywhere Arjuna's that point why Krishna is giving this. Every sloka is that you have to fight. Don't fear that your relative is not going to die. The same thing already Krishna told. That same thing again he is telling that one who dwells in the body will not slay. So please fight. Okay. If you have any question, you can ask. Otherwise, we can stop here. Any question? Abhishek Prabhu.
Prabhu, as you pointed out with this, as who dwells in the body can never be slain. And later you
Hmm.
also said there is a contradiction with the same statement when one person eats non-veg. Um, like when can we expect that to come into the picture? But actually it is a contradictory statement.
No,
But
what condition?
whereas we
I
also
didn't.
know, am I audible, Prabhu?
Yeah, you are audible.
Yes, yes. The last line where it says, "One who dwells in the body can never be slain." That
Yes,
is, a soul cannot be killed, basically.
yes.
So it also, this is when it comes to dharma. Yes, this is true. Like uh, this war was on the basis of dharma. Okay, Prabhu. But whereas
Hmm.
when this line alone comes, this also, as you said, it is a contradictory statement for those who eat non-veg. And also it is said every jiva in Bhagavad Gita, it is said every jiva, every plant, whatever we eat,
Hmm.
everything has soul. So it also
Yes, yes,
says, yes, it also says, even the one who eats veg, he is also killing a plant and eating the food. So ultimately,
yes.
everyone are killing some or other thing to have food. So when it is
Hmm.
been given as you know, when we are taking it as a prasadam, that is naivedya, what we say. When we are
Yes,
giving naivedya to the god, that becomes purified as the soul gets moksha, kind of whatever, like similarity.
Hmm.
Why not it is same with non-veg? That is the question.
Yeah, yeah. So first thing means your question as why it is Shastra says that you can accept vegetarian, why should not non-vegetarian? Correct?
That is one of the part, but here it is clearly said the soul is
Mm.
eternal. And every
Mm.
plant or every jiva has soul. Every body has soul,
Yes.
and we are killing
Mm.
and eating whatever it may be, food or I mean, so vegetable or non-veg or whatever it may be. And only
Mm.
when we take it to God as a naivedya, when we take it from God as naivedya, uh,
Yeah.
what happens to that soul? Because the soul, what we said, the basis of life cycle is Atma,
Mm.
Paramatma, Kala, Prakriti, and Karma. And where
Mm.
that soul goes, whether the soul which has been killed and taken in the way of prasadam, will it get moksha? That is the question.
Okay. So as you said rightly that even eating vegetarian also sin only. That's why we don't eat outside. Only the devotee who cooks and then he himself offer and then that prasad then it will become prasada. That's why in temple we distribute prasada. Prasada means in Sanskrit the meaning is mercy. So Lord also accept that food and then it will become prasadam. By eating one will get generally if you eat food, even vegetarian you will get sin. But by eating prasadam one sin will be vanquished. You can see that chapter 13th verse. Do you have Bhagavad Gita? 3.13. We will come to that sloka in the next what to
Yes,
say
we also
next
know
chapter.
like what all food makes a human. That
Yeah, just this sloka you can
basic.
see.
Yes.
1 minute. यज्ञशिष्टासिना सन्तो मुच्यन्ते सर्वकिल्बिषै भुञ्जेतात्मकं पापो यः पच्यन्ति आत्मकारणात्. So this translation is devotees of the Lord are released from all kinds of sins because they eat food which is offered first for sacrifice. Sacrifice means for Lord. Other who prepare food for personal sense enjoyment verily eat only sin. So is that chapter actually was sloka. You can read that purport also very nicely. Prabhupada explains. Whenever we cook food, our consciousness is like we are cooking for Lord. Here in daily 6 times we offer Lord. Early morning we offer sweet. Then we offer big bhog. That bhog also we distribute to many people. One day I will call you. You can come and take. This free only they give to all where they don't give to brahmacharis. Outside they give. They can come. That like this 6 times we cook. Again evening they again afternoon they cook. Evening they cook. Night one cooking is there. So they give everything because of Lord. We don't consider his stone. His Lord himself. Lord is eating. That's why one who eats prasadam, he can easily give up the taste for eating meat, other items because there is something spiritual potency is there. We cannot see with our this naked eyes, but it is subtly it works. That that desire only will go. When I told that I will not wear this bead because I am not chanting and I am not following things properly, they said you wear. That thing will leave you. I told this also. I am eating meat. They said you wear that you don't eat meat and you follow this. So I started following. How I did not find any difficulty to leave meat. People you tell outside will they live meat? Daily they eat meat only. Foreign country, foreigners this many are there. You cannot imagine they can eat without non-vegetarian. Anything you take non-vegetarian will be there. They have to cow flesh, which is so much sinful. But they can able to stop because they eat prasad. Prasadam has. So that one thing, if somebody is eating only for their purpose, that is they eat sin only. And what happened to the soul? Of course, the soul will get, it may get human body, some benefit is there. Or when the soul gets that human body, this is also one kind of sukruti only. We are engaging that in Krishna's service. Like we call some people for building temple. So these people if they build temple in proper consciousness, I am building for Lord. I should not steal here. I should build very nicely. ऐसा नहीं the ये घंटे काम में ये घंटे कुछ तो करके चले जाओ. No, I am doing for Lord. I have to do nice. Even one person was doing here. So he was so much grateful. First time I am building temple. I got this wonderful opportunity. He was tears in his eyes. He came and spoke after temple constructed. I'm very happy. Whatever you want, you give money. He took that money, all everything. He became devotee only. People they come and then they will become. So they like this soul also. They will surely get sukruti. That is one thing is there. And another question you asked is why we should not eat animal, and why we can how we can kill vegetables. That is what your question is mainly. Why not animal and why vegetables? See, you can see that by killing the animal is dead. But by plucking vegetable, the tree is not died. And you can see also the tree gives the either vegetable or fruit. It will fall down. And Lord also made system like that. Every Atma is depends on another body only. Every body depends on. We can see the cycle. We have studied. What is that? Snake eats frog, frog eats insect, and then eagle eats snake, food chain, and animal eats everything. Sorry, human eats everything. So it's not that human has to eat vegetable. I'm just making. So like that it is there. So every body depends on another body only. So Krishna, but for human body, given what Krishna is given is vegetarian. That's why our teeth are all not canine teeth. Canine teeth means this four teeth we have. It's short. But animals, tiger, all you see, all canine teeth only. So if you are telling that we can also kill, you cannot eat like animal. Because animal, their dharma is they don't break the dharma. Animal doesn't come and tiger doesn't come and eat grass, or cow doesn't go and eat some goat. They follow their dharma. They don't have that knowledge whether I can do right or wrong. Or every time I'm eating this grass only. Have you ever seen some cows doing fasting? Daily eat cows, means grasses only. Or it doesn't come and eat us, give me some other item. They are just happily, they don't know. But we, rose yehi sabji, yehi dal hai, rose yehi, we fight because we have that intelligence.
Yes.
You have, like other example Prabhupada gives is you are in traffic. So red light is there, we cannot move. But sometimes dog will cross. So suddenly police will not, hey, देखो कुत्ते भाग गया, चलो उसको fine डालेंगे. Have you seen? Doesn't put any fine. So because that rule is not there for the dog, it's only for human being. The dog can roam here and there, and it can pass in on that police bike only it passes on urine also. So, but still it doesn't have that. We have that rule. Same way, Krishna has given put that rule only on human body. Because I have given you that intelligence, that free will is there. Free will means you can decide what should I can do. I can go to temple, I can go to bar, I can go to movie. That free will is given. But dog all does same thing only. It doesn't have that free will. That's why it doesn't. You have the free will. If you misuse the free will, then you will come under sin. Is it clear, Abhishek Prabhu? Hope I answered all of your questions. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. Anything else?
Hello.
Do you have any questions?
No, Prabhu, not at all. This
Nice,
one
Prabhu.
we actually need to discuss. Yes, Prabhu. No, Prabhuji, nothing as of now. Thank you.
It's clear, right?
Yeah.
Is this okay? That way of I am taking class. That means
Perfect, Prabhu. Perfect.
Before I used to take with so many examples, so many outside thing we will see. Now slowly I stop only focusing on little philosophy. This section also like that, little philosophical it will go, technical.
Mhm.
It's understandable, right? That's why I'm
Yes,
taking two
Prabhu.
or three,
Yes,
three to
Prabhu.
four
Yes, Prabhu.
slokas. So now that so Arjuna has completed, sorry, Krishna has completed means defeated the first argument, means first reason, that compassion. So next week we will discuss about the second one. What is second one? Second reason? Enjoyment. So okay. Can you stop here?